Hey there, creators! Thanks for joining us. Today we're making origami together. We'll start simpler and work our way up to folding a paper dragon. Let's get into it. We recommend using thinner paper so it's easier to fold, so we went with our coloured paper pad. You may want a couple of pens on standby too, so you can add faces and expressions. Start by picking the colour paper you want your swan to be. We went with yellow. Cut it into a square before you begin. Start by folding your paper in half and unfold it to create a crease. Repeat the process in the other direction, so an X impression is made. Fold the sides in to create a kite shape, then flip over and repeat. Stay inspired and don't miss a video from us. Subscribe and leave a comment below with what you'd like us to create next. We'd love to hear from you. Fold the tip up to the top point and press. Then fold the tip back over itself to create the swan head. Fold your bird in half and then pull down the tail. Get your swan neck at a good angle, about 60 degrees, and then, you guessed it, press the fold. Open the head fold and pinch the front section, pushing it back to create a beak. Fluff out the back of the bird while holding the front tight, and you're all done! You can add a little face to your bird if you want to give them some character. Grab whatever colour paper you want your aquatic friend to be. We went with classic blue. Cut it into a square before starting the folds. Fold the paper in half, unfold it, and then fold the outer corners in to meet the middle. Press and then unfold to reveal crisp creases. Repeat the process, but upside down. Halve the paper into a triangle and unfold once more. The lines you've created will help the next folds fall into place more easily. Pinch the right corner and push the base towards the table. Press the triangle you created flat, and then repeat the process on the other side. Now your paper looks like a diamond. Pick up the point in the middle and fold the diamond in half to make a kite shape. Flip over and unfold back into a diamond. Lift the bottom point to meet the middle and then fold back over so there's a small pleat near the base. Fold the tip back on itself and then unfold the pleat. Grab the corners of the folded base and press them in to meet the pleat crease. You might not see it yet, but you just folded the nose. Refold the pleat once more and then half your overall design. Your dolphin is starting to take shape. Curl the flat triangle on itself to create the fin, pressing down once the shape looks right. Flip over and now we're going to tackle the dorsal fin. Open the flat triangle up and push the inner edges out to make a larger triangle. The point should come up over the top of the dolphin. Once the shape and angle looks right, press flat. Flip your flipper back over and admire your handiwork. You're at the tail end of it now, literally. Fold the pointed tail upwards, unfold, and then open the dolphin to reveal the crease you just made. Cut a few centimeters along the crease to the top of the kite-shaped lines. Refold the tip upwards and then tuck the back of the tail behind the front, pointing downwards. Add a cute face, and he's ready to swim. Fold your paper in half into a triangle, unfold, and repeat in the opposite direction. Flip over and halve into a rectangle, unfold, and then repeat the opposite way. Have you created one of our projects? Make sure you send us a photo. We love seeing your creations. Flip over again and pinch the middle to create a ridge, pushing toward the center until you create a cross shape. Flatten it into a square and then fold the sides in to make a kite. Repeat on the other side and then fold the top of the kite over. Unfold the sides and open up to reveal the inside. Pull the points away from each other and push the sides down to meet in the middle, making a narrow diamond. Repeat on the other side. At the end, where the diamond separates, fold the sides into the middle. Flip over and repeat. It should end up looking like a skinny kite. Open up the side and lift the point upwards, pushing it into the upper section. Fold it in on itself as you do so the point faces out from the top of the kite. This will be the head of the dragon, so try to get the angle of the neck right before pressing the fold. Repeat this process with the other point to create the tail. Fold the wider flaps down. These are the wings. Pull the wings away from each other to help expand the pointy triangle in the middle. Keep pulling the triangle open until it creates a flat cube in the center of the wings. Pinch the center of the cube to create a ridge on the dragon's back. Squish the dragon together and unfold to deepen the crease. Fold one of the wings up so it's in line with the edge of the body, then repeat on the other side. Unfold the wings to reveal the crease. Fold the section closest to the wing in half to add another crease. Do the same for the section on the other side of the original crease. You're making the bone structure of the wings, just like you've seen in books, shows, and in bats. Repeat this process on the other wing. Press your folds tightly so the creases are firmly in place. Now for the head. 1/3 of the way along from the tip, open the paper and push it in on itself to create a pleat, angling the head downwards. Do the same fold 1 centimeter closer to the tip, but in the opposite direction. This will create a spike on the dragon's head and make the snout rectangular. For the tail, open up the paper and push it towards the body. Lift the rest of the tail up and press the sides back together. It will look a bit weird at first, and the tail should be vertical, for now. Repeat this pleat-style fold further along the tail twice more to create more ridges. This gives the tail a spiked look, adding more interest. Lastly, fold out the points under the body to create little dragon feet. Pinch the top corners of the wings together and pull the sides out so they have a curved effect. Lightly curl the tips up so it looks like it's about to take flight. And just like that, your dragon's done! Thanks so much for exploring origami with us. If you liked this project, we've got loads more on our website in our Create blog space. Jump online and hit the red Create button on the top right of the page or in the side menu of the mobile site. Scroll to the bottom of any Montmart webpage to sign up with Creative Connection and get free lessons, inspo, tips, and more sent directly to your inbox. We are always here to help you stay inspired.